I'm going to turn my microphone on and you should be able to hear me a lot clearer now, but it is Sam Gray and Mike Allen out on track. Newcomers to the sport, Fortitude Racing, the Group B category, qualifying round number 3, boat 66 for Central Auto Parts. The Cray fisherman from Carterton is Sam. Mike Allen, the forestry worker from Carterton. So might need to get down to Carterton and see if I can get a day out on the Cray boats. Don't mind doing a little bit of fishing from time to time. The Stinger hull's got the 406 Chev in it as they make their way for a nice run with a 60.704. 60.704 as we now start seeing more of the Group B boats coming down onto the launch ramp. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're seeing some guys with some cone heads cruising through the crowd, they are selling raffle tickets, $5 per ticket. It is for the rescue crew, the most professional rescue crew in jet sprinting around the world. They're raising funds to assist with the rescue crew for the US, for the World Series in 2020. Get right behind them. They are wearing the cone style hats, and there's over $500 worth of prizes to be won if you are to take that raffle, which will be announced later in the day. It is Sam Tweedy and Darcy Redstone out on track at the moment. The Dilemma Machine. The Eagle Hull. Well, the big back off, nice work for the rookies into that right-hander. Good to see that they're utilising some of the skills. We do see often rookies get into these style of boats because you drive these boats in a reverse way you drive the car. To be able to make them hold on to the water, you need to be accelerating. So to decelerate before a hairpin, they've been listening to some of the older heads, Sam Tweedy, Darcy Redstone with a 57.705. Hey, so with those raffle tickets, here is some of the stuff that is going to be in amongst the prize package if you are to get the winning ticket. You get the Holden jacket, the Holden polo shirts ×2, Ideal electrical camo fleece, which is terrible. When you put those camouflage clothes into the cupboard, you can't see them. They're gone. We've got the Orca 1 kilo fire extinguisher, the Autohouse 400 amp jumper cables, the Mako 3 metre utility rope, the Aero Fast 4 metre tow rope, Westpac umbrella, Bunnings beanie, Gallagher backpack, Century 50 battery power, battery voucher, Toyota caps ×2, the Toyota drink metal bottles, the Gold Pine Merino beanies, the bars, bugs, glass wipes, car washer protectant, a tail remover and windscreen cleaner. Don't forget the bars, bugs, anti-fog, silk hand wash, silk flushable wipes, Spring and Fresh multi-purpose wipes, silk cotton buds, Mouthfresh toothbrushes ×2, Mouthfresh, the best tasting toothpaste in the world, the Samson Tar Poland, the stubby holder, New Zealand Blood plastic drink bottles, New Zealand Blood pens, New Zealand Blood stress ball, and the Penrite oil funnels. So that is a pretty decent prize package, $5 a ticket. You've got to be in it to win it, and it is to raise funds for our volunteer rescue crew. You see them dotted around the track here. We can't go racing without them, so I know that I've bought a ticket. I'm not going to tell you what number it is, and I'll tell you what, I'm a fair chance to win that. No, I won't be. If I win it, I'll actually redraw it, to be very honest, but certainly more than happy to get in and assist our wonderful rescue crew here. As we go back to Group B racing, our third competitor on the water for our qualifying round number 3 for the Group B category. This will be Chris Rasmussen, Holly Sutherland, and brought to you by the Professionals Real Estate out of New Plymouth. So you're looking for a batch, you're looking for a house commercial, go and have a chat to Chris Rasmussen out there at the Professionals. Also brought to you by Attraction Sign and Design, Steve Hildred Motors, Max Pennington's Auto City. grabbed the, just came in a little bit tight around the speed bowl in the clockwise direction towards commentary there. Just came in a little bit close, needed to just ease on the steering wheel, allow it to drift out a bit further. Easing off into the hairpin. Certainly not pushing it overly hard at the moment. Here's Chris Rasmussen. Nice line through the right hander and transitioning into the big speed bowl. Heading for the line now, and across that line we will get back to you with a time there. The time not coming up on the electronic timing for us. So we'll just wait for Chucky, Matt Manel. If you want to know why our timing guru here today is known as Chucky, he was fortunate enough to be able to ride with Matt Manel there some years ago, and with late Manel did Matt Manel, and Matt Manel managed to be able to throw up in the helmet, in the balaclava, down his race suit each and every time he's been out on track. And our great man Matt Manel up here in timing, doing a wonderful job. And a big thanks to Austin as well, doing our runner duty up here today at the moment, and doing the work to go down and get the information from the track. Oh, look out, ladies and gentlemen. He's not quite ready to get his tonsils wrapped around a microphone, but Shrek is in the house. All right, back to the track now. Liquid Addiction, Tim Edhouse, Debbie Edhouse. Oh, Ollie Birder out. That is devastating for the youngsters from Hawke's Bay. Ollie Birder out of racing today. But it is all eyes to the track now with Tim and Debbie Edhouse from Ofonga. Ofonga Motors, Tyre Max New Zealand, Waikato, Flush and Brake Specialists, and McCurdy Trucks on board this great pairing. Came down to the track yesterday, stuck the boat in the water to get some, to see what the analysis sheets were saying, and had a bit of a seize in the jet unit. So they were lucky to get down nice and early last night, put the boat onto the ramp, and worked out that things weren't A-OK. Did a little bit of work, so it was no major stress going on there. Tim Edhouse across the line, 53.198.
Trying to figure out why.
Hey, just had some word back from Chris Rasmussen's run. The transponder wasn't duct taped properly to the roll bar, and has, well, it's gone for a swim somewhere out here in the Meremere Jetsprint facility. So he'll be under stopwatch for stupidity, and we should probably fine him, I think, a slab of beer for the nonsense that he's going to create up here. But anyway, that's all good. As we've got Carl Beaver, KV Engineering, the Beaver Religia, Jay Ainan doing the navigational situation out here. From the Waikato, Carl Beaver, the fitter and turner. Beaver Reliever looking really good out there at the moment. The L98, the jet speed hull lining up. All the boat really bouncing out of there with a 51.855. Interesting to see the pressure wave coming up the backside of the course, and as they come into the final anti-clockwise loop around the speed bowl and then line up for the middle of the course to go under the finish loop, those pressure waves are really starting to catch them unawares. They will all be very, very aware of that. They'll all be discussing the best way to attack it. It's going to take one split second of indecision, having the boat in the wrong spot when they hit that pressure wave, and it could be very exciting. As we go, Schuler Racing with Schuler Concreting, Bevan Schuler at the helm from the Naki, Grant Gibson doing the navigational duties in the Rotakari Rodent. Down the back of the track now, clockwise around the speedboat, plenty of pace around there. The transition from one side to the other, very nice rotation through there, keeps them on their toes. The big back offer from Bevan Schuler, boat not settled on the exit of the hairpin. Now down into the top part of this course, you can really get some speed up through here. Try and get the right channel, the big island, turn right, nicely done through there. Bevan Schuler is round the speed bowl now, a little bit of a straighten up in through the finish loop with a 55.438. 55.438. Can see the white noise boat with Prestige panel beating limited all over the side of that, and that is Hayden Wilson, the man from Wonga, Vegas. Greeky sitting in alongside him this weekend. Qualifying round 3 of the Group B category underway. Hayden Wilson, proudly sponsored by the engine rebuilders out of Wanganui, J&B Contractive, Creative Aluminium and Woody's Engineering. Oh, Willie just mucked up the hairpin. So he won't be very happy with that. Very competitive individual is Hayden Wilson. So Hayden Wilson and Greeksy across the line now with a 54.839. Carl Beaver leading the way with a 51. I think it's 1.1 seconds quicker is Carl Beaver. We've got all sorts of sunstrike on the computer screens here. Just waiting for that sun to shift around in the hope that we can actually read some of the technical information that we have available to us. Very warm day here at Meremere here, just south of Auckland in New Zealand, straight down the motorway, head south out of Auckland and you will bump into the Meremere Jetsprint facility as Kelly Manell and Cherie Patterson take to the course for their run of Group B qualifying round number 3. At the moment it's Carl Beaver in front of Tim Edhouse. Kelly Manell, Girl Talk. Nice at the moment. Kelly Manell keeping that very, very smooth out on track at the moment. And looking pretty tidy. I think that the girls will be pretty happy with this. Bit of an ease off getting into that right-hander. That's a smart way to go about it. Point and shoot across the line, 54.994. So Kelly Manell into P4 at the moment as Daniel Reid, aka Buttercup, comes off the trailer for Egmont Industrial. Q Transport, McClutchy Contracting, New Zealand Livestock, Simon Payne helping out there, Horizon Insurance, Sue Webster helping out there. So it is Jasmine Webster from Uranui the teacher's aid. Also Sign Right on board with Buttercup. Third time lucky was NZ number 2 in the Group B category last year. Looking forward to getting one step higher on the podium come the end of the 2019 Mouthfresh V8 Super Boats for this Group B category. Buttercup looking pretty smooth out there at the moment. A man with more chins than a Chinese dictionary. Or phone book, that should be. Oh no, the flame out by the look of it. Yes, something gone wrong there. No, it's actually a rotational error. Buttercup. And that will be classed as a DNF there for Buttercup. He'll be pretty disappointed about that, but they got the team down there, so that is an absolute fail. So Buttercup will not be happy with the outcome of that run as we now go to Bryce Barron and Caleb Barron, the farmers out of Carterton. Fortitude Racing, Central Auto Parts on board with these guys. Bit slow off the start there, of course. The rookies just doesn't sound like that boat has got the power response at the moment for mine. Might be just they're fighting their way around. Very, very hesitant are the rookies of Bryce and Caleb. Just driving, just trying to find their way around. Not a bad way to go about it. Yeah, very, very hard to settle the boat when you're on and off the accelerator, as you could well hear. So the guys just sorting that out. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we've got the food vendors up on the hill there. So if you get hungry, you get a little bit peckish, you need to keep the worms away, get up there and hook into it. So Bryce Barron and Caleb Barron there with a 1 minute 16.120. So here how it's going to look for the Group B category. It was Carl Beaver, Tim Edhouse, Hayden Wilson, Kelly Manell, Bevan Schuler, Sam Tweedy, Sam Gray, Bryce Barron and Daniel Reid, aka Buttercup, with a DNF. We're going to take a very short break in between rounds here as we get set to go qualifying for the Group A category, round number 3.